working. Wrong or right, still learn from the play. Follow the rules, then we move our way. Get up, put the work in. Late nights, early morning, still searching. Win or lose, don't throw it away. Study the move, then come back the next day. Alarm go off, gotta rise from the bed. Dreams don't move if they stay in your head. Feet hit the floor, mind on the mission. Small steps stack when you trust repetition. Some days green, some days red. Still gotta learn what the last move said. Can't skip rules just to chase that feeling. Strong foundation, put cracks in the ceiling. Show your work, let the progress talk. Step by step, let the whole thing walk. If you fall, get facts from the fall. Take that lesson and answer the call. No shame in being wrong. If you grow, no gain in moving fast with no control. Plan in your hand, eyes on the way. Patience gets paid when discipline. Get up, put the work in. Show that progress, let them see it working. Wrong or right, still learn from the play. Follow the rules, then we move our way. Get up, put the work in. Late nights, early morning, still searching. Win or lose, don't throw it away. Study the move, then come back the next day. Pressure get loud, but the plan stay quiet. Everybody talks, only few really try. You want results, gotta build that range. Can't feel lost if you came here to change. Write it down, mark the reason. Strike the work through every season. If it don't hit, then review that choice. Clean up the noise, then sharpen your voice. Stack good habits like blocks in a wall. 1 week rule can't shake it all. So stay on script when emotions arise. Truth shows up when you analyze. No magic trick, no lucky lane. Just sweat, focus, lesson pain. Then one day they see what you made. Not from guessing, from the work you laid.
Lock in when it's boring. Lock in when it's slow.
Lock in.
Lock in when nobody sees.
That's how progress shows.
Learn from the mistakes.
Build from the sky. Follow the rules. Raise the bar. Get up, put the work in. Show that progress, let them see you working. Wrong or right, still learn from the play. Follow the rules, then we move our way. Get up, put the work in. Late nights, early morning, still searching. Win or lose, don't throw it away. Study the move, then come back the next day. Get up, get up, get up, get up. Lock in. Show work. Learn more. Follow rules. Stay ready. Put the work in.
What's going on, guys? How y'all doing out there? So I am coming here today and I'm going to start my show. We're going to be doing, it's called Strike Zone. We're going to come to you every morning somewhere between 6 and 6:15 Central or 7:15 Eastern Standard Time. And we're going to come in and talk about the markets. We're going to look at some charts. We're going to look at Bitcoin. We're going to look at ADA, Sol, ETH, and some commodities. We have gold, we have silver, we have oil, and then we actually have some stocks too that we have. We have SpaceX, we have Micron that was just added last night, and they're adding more things as we go. So if y'all are here, just want to make sure y'all say hi down in the comments and the live. If you're back watching afterwards, go ahead and comment in there and say, hey, how you liked it or what things you would like me to change and other things like that. So we're just going to get in here and I'm going to show you a little bit about Strike Finance. They just added the support for Solana wallets. So now what you have a DeFi application that has the security of Cardano, but has the abilities to connect to Ethereum, all the EVM wallets, Solana wallets, and Cardano wallets. You can deposit your stablecoins from Ethereum, from Cardano, from Solana. You can even take your stablecoin LP from Aave and deposit it as well to earn the APR from the quant trading bot that runs the market maker on Strike Finance. So traditionally, they talk about there being between 10 and 20% APR on the Strike Finance liquidity pool. And that's when I got in. It was at 18% when I got in, before the market did the insane things that it's done over the last 14 days, if you really go back and look at it. And we're actually working on a 140% APR right now. Obviously, that is not expected to stay going, but that's a long play, expecting that the market maker is always going to win at least some point. In some percentage, you're not going to just lose money as the market maker. It's obviously possible. It is a bot, but it's made by an ex quant member and everything that developed those things and worked on that. Shan's been able to actually get a lot of good developers and other things together to be able to make this DeFi opportunity that there is here for you to be able to have your Solana wallet connect to this application, supply a stable coin, and earn an APR in a stable coin in your own chain. So you don't even need to worry about a Cardano wallet or anything else like that. And you can come in, supply your yield, earn the yield back, bring it back to your chain, whether it be an EVM chain, a Solana chain, or whatever, and you can take that yield back and do whatever you want with it there. So it actually is connecting all the chains and making us all be able to earn and do whatever we want with our money, which I think that's the whole point of cryptocurrency in general, is for you to be able to do what you want with your money when you want to do it, and you be the ownership of whatever happens with the money that you do have and whatever you do with it. So let's get into the strike here. So when you go to strikefinance.org, it'll pull up their website here. There's not really much on their website because they want you to launch the application. There is the docs page. You can go to the docs page and check that out. There's a lot of different documents and everything. If you're part of the intelligent crowd and know how to work with an API and build your own bots, they actually build and produce the ability for you to run your own bot that you train and run on their markets and everything. So that's one of the cool things that I think of there. So let's scroll down here. Let's look at it. So they have their application here. We'll show you what it looks like and everything. It isn't a V2. The first V1 was completely on Cardano on chain, every transaction. And, Cardano has about a 20-second transaction time. So that wasn't really behooving to the way perps work. So they built a L2 essentially that runs on top of it and uses the Cardano network to end the transaction. When you deposit, it puts it on the Cardano blockchain. This is what went in, this is where it is. And when you withdraw, it says, here's the withdrawal and here's how it went as well. So it uses that trade anywhere. So their application is coming. They're basically done building it. It just needs to be submitted out to the different ones, the different Play stores and Apple Store and other things, so it can get approved and everything. Almost guarantee you the Apple Store will be behind the Google Play Store, just because that's the way that kind of stuff works. Okay, so like we were saying, they're multi-chain here. So they have Ethereum, Solana, Cardano, many different wallets, many different chains, and they all come in together to earn the same yield off of your stable coins, which that's what the point of Strike Finance is it's producing a place for you to be able to earn a yield off of your stable coins. And Strike uses that to run the market maker bot that provides the ability for the perps exchange to occur between the people that use it, which then that funds the rest of the flywheel of their entire operation. Here's the tokenomics like we were talking about. If you want to get into the token is on Cardano. It is paired with ADA. So you can get a lot of ADA right now for the price since it's down and everything. Essentially, We're about 75 cents a strike token. It is a cap supply, and almost all of the supply is either in the hands of the community, in the liquidity pool, or in the DAO. There's 13% in the DAO that's owned by the community, and the team's tokens are vested, and they are earning off of the opening positions. So I don't think they'll really want to sell very many of those tokens, because that's how they earn off of the product that they built. 100% revenue distribution. The team takes nothing because they have the tokens that they're taking the revenue from. So that gives them no reason to want to dump those tokens. All right, so let's get into the application here. All right, so here is the Strike application running over here. This is the app. So when you would want to, you would come in and you would connect your wallet up here in the top, and it would allow you to choose whichever wallet you want to. You do the connection process. Then you would do the deposit. You can deposit with your wallet. And when you connect your wallet, it'll tell you what you want to do, because it knows I'm on the Cardano blockchain. That's what wallet is connected. I can either deposit ADA or USDM in there and deposit that way. If you don't have any funds in a crypto wallet, you can transfer with your crypto over here. So you just want to say, hey, I want to select this one and do this amount here through that way, or deposit with a credit card. You can deposit with your credit card. It'll go to their deal and it'll pay out through that application and do the KYCs that application requires. Bank transfers are coming soon, so we'll be able to deposit and withdraw straight to our banks in the coming time frames. They've done a lot of things, so hey, there's a lot going on out there. So if you're coming in wanting to supply your stable coins and you've deposited your funds over here and it's now in your account and everything, so like I have an available balance of $160 in this account. So that's how you get it into the application, and then you can decide what you want to do with it. So do you want to trade with it? Do you want to come over to the vaults? This is the big thing that we're talking about currently. Can you earn 50% APR on your stable coins anywhere? Those are possible. Right now, let's zoom in over here. Right now, we're earning 144 APR. Obviously, that's not expected to continue. We've had a good earnings from the market maker running against the market. When it went down, there was lots of people that were long. There was probably a good amount of liquidations that occurred there. But it allows you to come in here. You see my position that I have here. So I'm up $13 from my 125, 150 or whatever I put in, kind of deal there. So you can come back and look at what their P&L is over the last 30 days. What the APR is at last 30 days. You can even go back, here's 6 months. Here's the TVL over 6 months. Here's the P&L over 6 months. We're 67% over 6 months. And at 1 year, let's see, what are we at? 67% over 1 year. We obviously had a good run here on the last couple of times. When it was open, it was just starting and moving around. They got some more deposits, got some more things added to the platform to be able to trade with, and the profits go up. Okay, so it also allows you to see what's going on in the background, what this bot is doing. It is not a stable bot, a static bot. They said, here, let's short these things, long these things, and it is what it is. You see this open orders here? You can see here, it's just moving. Open orders, long, shorts, opens, other things, these tokens, this, all the rest of that. It's just constantly moving. What up? Hit the like button. I see you in there talking in the comments. So just want to kind of show you that's how that's going and everything. And over a 1 year period, it says a 1 year period is going to be a 15% yield. and that's what it's produced over that 1 year period. It hasn't been active that one a full year for it to give you that. So, you know, let's see. Go back to the 30 days. These are cool numbers and everything. 30-day return yield on funds is 11.86%. I don't know anything that would produce that type of yield on any funds anywhere. Maybe doing well in the stock market, you can return 11% return on your funds. But you know, you have to be really good with that. Now, obviously, this isn't always expected. And you know, between 10 and 20% is the expected return. And obviously, you're trading against a market. The market could do things drastic, and things can happen. So obviously, if you're wanting to take profits, you can take profits out as you're going. You can withdraw. Sorry, here. So you can withdraw, and you can choose the amount you want to withdraw. When you do withdraw, there is a 1-day time for it to go through, because they are going to work their multi-sigs to pull and confirm and make sure that there isn't, you know, hack things going on and other things like that. That does slow down the process of you being able to get your funds out. But obviously, that potentially could expedite with more volume, more TVL, depending on how that works and other things. It may be a safety feature that keeps them quite safe to make it to where it's only, you know, 24 hours. There. I like the safety aspect of that. I don't mind it taking that amount of time, because what it does is it schedules that you want out, but the share price that you're actually sharing in here is still going. So if they profit, you say I want out, and the percentage goes up, the profit goes up, you know, 5% more from when you want out. They don't just give you what you ask for when you want it out. They actually give it to you at what the price is when it comes out. Now that could work against you as well. But you know, that is what it is there. And the cool thing is you can come over and go down here to the API, and you can actually like pull in, generate your API, and do things with this where you build your own bot that plays against the quant bot. You also have the quant desk over here. So, you know, not only can you build your own bot or other things like that, you can just ask it to do some things for you and activate those bots. So it works as just about any other centralized exchange type thing works. But this one is on chain and is using smart contracts and other things there. So it gives you a little more, you know, security ability potential or whatever deal. Let me zoom out so I can see what's going on here. All right, so now what we want to do is we want to come over here and do some charting. Let's see if we can't find us a trade to get into while we're on stream here. So we got about maybe 30 more minutes or so that will be on stream here. And let's kick off some music, maybe. All right. Maybe you can hear the music, maybe you can't. I don't know. A little bit in my ears, but hey, try to keep it quiet, not too loud, not too loud. So we're over VWAP here. We were clipping here. You have, oh, this was, no, wasn't down. Is it flipped here? Hasn't flipped, but it is definitely curving up. Now let's see. Not any real order block until up here, so it could just run up a little bit. Let's let's see. And no, not that button, this button. Give us a little more room here. All right, so let's pull a fib, see where we're at from the bottom to the top here. So we would expect we could come back to the 618786 here. And then we'll delete that so we can come off here. Okay. All right, now let's see if we have any order blocks down here. Yeah, we have an order block right here. All right, so is that the platinum pocket? Yeah, that's the 887. That's the bottom of the platinum pocket, is where that bottom of that is at. Interesting there. Might come down there. This is an SFP we got here. Now it's a Darth Maul candle. This is not saying short it. These are helping me to maybe say to long it, but I don't know. If nothing else, we're going to come just back down to this order block, because this is an order block here. So, and then if you zoom in even further, let's see, what is that? That's golden pocket there for that order block here. So then you would take this, make that to the 786, take this here. So we're looking for maybe a potential long in this section here. Go back up. Oh no. Take it up to here. If it comes back, your stop below here, just in case SFPs. Well, it can SFP, but all right. So that's looking okay. Let's open this back up. So we did overbought a bunch. It was running here. This was your chance here. You had bullish divergence here. Come up. Money flow is kind of rounding. Hydrate. Let's see, is there anything else in here? That kind of looks like it's, here's the trend we're running, but this is all kind of liquidity here. You would want to think that it would come up, grab all of this before it would come back down, if it's going to come back down. Let's see. All right, so we have that didn't really work there. This is just it's kind of like that, and we broke out of it. Maybe that would be the return to it. Kind of very crude and not very well drawn. Yeah. Kind of what I would be maybe looking at there. If you're really zoomed in, we're on the 5-minute chart. You know, you can come out here to the one hour, so you can kind of see more of what's going on. You have broken that uptrending here pretty decisively, honestly. But this trade that I've got looking at here would be like a return to that to get rejected. To confirm the down to this golden pocket that's down here. That's the pull from the bottom to the top here. This is golden pocket 786 here. So you could kind of be looking for along here at 60,212, and you could pull your stop at the 786 or the wick here. That's a 1%, so obviously you're not using 40% leverage here. Even a 20% leverage, that's a good amount to risk there, unless you're watching for how the price action comes into the area. If you're looking for it and it just kind of comes here and goes right back out, maybe there's a V-shaped recovery kind of deal, depending on how it runs. This is a 1 hour chart, but when you come down onto the lower chart and everything, you should be looking for how it runs. Obviously you see these, it doesn't just go whew, and sometimes it will, but honestly it really doesn't just whew very much. Hey, I got a comment in here. Hold on, let me check it out. All right, so what do I think about the token plus staking? So the token and the staking obviously will be where the greatest return can possibly come from, because you have the earnings that you get from the openings of the positions. So the more liquidity that comes into the bot, the better the slippage, the better the entries, and the bigger orders that can be filled, the bigger the order, the bigger the price of opening it, because of percentages and everything. When I'm trading with $40-$50 margins, the opening positions are like 40-50 cents, maybe 60 cents kind of deal. So if you exponential that for $600 or $6,000 trades, and things like that, then you're looking at real revenue that can start coming in when you can bring in 5,000, 10,000, 15,000 traders trading in large quantities and many different avenues to trade in, different tokens, different commodities, different stocks, other things like that. Then you increase the ability there. Then that only exponentially grows, because as the yield to the token grows, then more people will want the token, causing the token price to go up. Then when the token price goes up more, the people that own more will actually distribute at that. Then you get more holders, and there's a cap on the token. There's no cap on how many people can come into this application and use it. So do your own research. I do own some of the Strike token myself. Hydrodrip does own a fair share of the tokens. We own somewhere 6,000 of the Strike tokens, between our liquidity pool and just holding it and everything. Alrighty. So we got that going on. So let's see, we got it coming down here. We're gonna look at entering, possibly. It could be. See how it interacts down here. This is Chart Prime here, by the way. Chart Prime, shout out to the wait, this, nope, that way. That way. Chart Prime. They're got some good indicators. I definitely like their indicators a lot. So I got a few that I'm showing you here. The top two are from Chart Prime there. And the bottom one here is from Alexo. So if you know, you know. If you don't know, then you don't know. You do need to have a subscription to his Discord to get this indicator down there. So if you do want that, you can go over to Alexo's website and get into his Discord and get all of that education that he provides over there. He's going to go live here in 30 minutes, which will be a little after I'm going to be done here, hopefully. I don't need to be on too much longer than maybe 6:50 or so kind of deal there. My time, I'm in Central Time here in Houston. So let's see. The low, yes, the return right now is very low compared to the vault, but if you don't remember, right before the vault went crazy, the return for the token was quite well, because there was a lot of opening and closing and opening of positions when the market was going a little crazy. So as the market goes more, there will be more open and closing positions. But yes, the token is a longer play. But it also works all together. It's a needed system of all parties. So we need users to use the application to increase the fees to the token. The token is needed to have the DAO and all of the funding and everything else there. The liquidity pool is needed for the application users to be able to have funds to trade against and things like that. So it all works in a synergetic nature, but it works fairly well for me. The more liquidity it comes in will produce an even better trading experience, and it will allow people to have more than a $25,000 position. Right now, that's the biggest position that you can open on V2, and things there. So we're looking at this here. I'm not really quite sure here, so let's see what we got working on over here. Okay, so over here, let's see what it's looking like. We have, like I was saying, I do believe I showed that order block over there, but just make sure you are charting your own exchange as well, so you have some ways you can see that moving around here. We did just retest that and it bounced real hard. That was the kind of this level here. Move this out of the way. You kind of have this level here that kind of went right through, come right back up. Maybe it'll retest that. What are we looking at here? Yeah. Obviously, this is using TradingView on Blowfin. That's what I do a lot of my charting on. You want to make sure that you're not using the exact numbers because the exchange is going to be a little different. If you notice, this exchange is at 61,263 and Strike's at 61,170, 161 or so. So you want to make sure you're paying attention to the difference there, but it's still the same typical price movement there. So let's see. We just SFP, no, not SFP, to tap that VWAP. Is this gonna? Never flipped. Just haven't flipped. It kind of. There's this flip. It turned around. Stop clipping. Money flow is coming down. There's your long. Yeah. This was the long. Good job. I missed it. Maybe it'll come back to it. Maybe it'll come back to it. Enter long there. On his, this is about to flip. This is green. We're turning on money flow. Let's go down to 3 to make sure that his is working properly, because this is for the 3. So we're about to possibly come back through it. We've already turned here. Yeah. maybe we come back down to it and hit the golden pocket and do something. Maybe we do something like this. We'll see. All right, so let's see. Do we have, let's see, NASDAQ pre-market? No, I guess we don't have pre-market on here. Oh no, they're not open yet. But yeah, Micron went crazy. Now you got Micron on Strike as well. Oop, look at me, I'm still over here drawing. Let me move this here. Man, look at that. That was a good call. I should have shorted that. That was, I think, yeah, it was a 5-minute order block up here. Didn't quite SFP it though. So definitely probably coming back down. Let's see, this one isn't needed anymore here. So you have this order block here. You got order block here, and then technically you have it here, so you can just continue this. All right, so now let's look from here to here. No, maybe it's from here to here. Yeah, there's the golden pocket tap. Bloop, right there. So we could be going back up, but no, this was your breakdown. This is your break of structure here. So you had your break of structure here. Here's your SFP. Now we're going back down on Micron then. I think that's how that works. Could be wrong. You could go watch more Alex, so he'll give you a better idea. I'm in there trying to learn some more there, so as I learn, we'll see how we can make that produce out here. I can say I got into his Discord and within 7 days became profitable on the way that I am looking at the market and taking my trades and other things there. So I can at least say that. So good job there. Get in there. It's not all about what he's teaching. It is, but it's the way that you actually take what he teaches you and use it. So, you know, there is that. You have to be able to use what he teaches you. So you can't just do it. That sucks though that we didn't get this. This was the point. We should have just taken it here, because that was the 618 tap of this movement here. I bet. Let's do this from, let's see, from here to there. 786. That was 786. Right there. Bing. That was where that should have been. This should have been here and run to here. And that's a 1.2% move, and there you go. That's a full paid ride, and you'd had a 0 drawdown. Good job, Alex. Good freaking call, bro. As long as it goes up here, but even at this would have paid you already. You would have been TP1 at least, and stop to entry and free ride. Let's see. You can come up here, coming through the VWAP, come aggressively through it, which it didn't really. Go down to the 3-minute here. So went through it. We're on top of it. Could be the enter. This was the enter here. Think about longs. All right, let's do it. Let's just mark it in and see if we can't get something in here. And go. All right, now let's move put our stop in here. Our stop needs to be below the 618. So let's get our 618 here. No, this way. No, that's the wrong way. Yeah. We want this way. All right, so let's pull this in here. So maybe 61, 146, our stop. 61, 146. All right. Take this off our chart here. See what we can make happen. Well, we ain't making nothing happen. Let's see what happens. We were in profit. See if it comes back down and holds VWAP. But we probably should have waited for this golden pocket tap. That would have been the better option, honestly. Patience. Patience. I'm getting impatient because I need to go to work and get ready for work. All right, I got a few more comments. Let's see what's going on. What's going on? What's up, Boosted? Yeah, so I'm just out here trying to show what's going on and everything on the platform here. We've got a trade in right now. We are below it right now. It is what it is. You know, we'll see what happens. We got our stop loss set. It's right here, so it could come back down and take us, but let's see what we can make it happen. Let's see what we can get going on here. Pull it up so you can see the position down here. Yeah, you can see the position. Okay, live trading. We'll see what happens. So I'm thinking that we can maybe bring it back up. Bring it back up to at least here. We could be, you know, continuing. That could have just been where we needed to go. But knowing that we could just be coming back up to our order block that is up here. We have our order block here that we could be coming back to. Let's extend this to the right. Let's extend this to the right. No, not left, to the right. Okay, so this is green. This is red. Okay, red means short or sell, green means buy. And we're kind of in the middle here. This is what I was looking for, is for this to just kind of come up like this. So we're currently kind of in a position that's looking like that. That's almost a 1% move. It is what it is. If it doesn't happen, I did kind of jump in. Should have waited for the 618 of this move here to come in, because it probably where's my tool? Here it is. It's probably gonna do something like this, honestly. Now we'll see what happens. All right, while that trade goes through, we'll go back through the vaults and show you what's going on in the vault here. So we're 144% on the vaults. We have 1.1 million TVL, and we've made 126,000 all-time P&L. So you can see there's other people with other vaults, community vaults, and other things going on. This community vault here that they got is definitely not doing very well. If you want to look at it, you can look. They got $10,000 in there. They're negative 482, but that's because they are leveraged long on Knight, ADA, and ZBAC, whatever, ZEC. Jesus, whatever I'm trying to say here. And these are their entry prices. They're up a little bit on these, but they're very, very, very down on ADA. So it is what it is there. But you can create your own vault, or the one that I am in personally, the one that's going well, that's been built by the quant, the ex-quant employee thing there, is over here. You would just go to the deposit once you've already got your funds in. The credit line is for the LP tokens. So you have your LP tokens from the USDM, USDCX pool from SundaeSwap that you can bring in and put over here. Those pool tokens are earning like 1% in the pool. And then you can take them over here and earn whatever you do get out of this here. And they're still earning over in that pool as well because they're still LP tokens. And you can take your LP from providing to Aave and bring it over here as well. And I'm pretty sure they're going to work on whatever that concept is on the Solana blockchain and other things like that. I do know that members have been talking about a few already there. Or you can just bring your straight USDC from Ethereum or from Solana. And just deposit it into your account. And then once it's in your account, then you can deposit it into the Strike Liquidity Pool, the SLP here. And then you just press the deposit button and you want to deposit however much is available in your account. So like I have $120 available in the account because I have a position that's open and I can put that in there. So as you earn from your trading, you can deposit into the SLP and earn from everyone else's losses and other thing else like that. So that's another way to run this up and everything, and use it kind of as a high yielding account. Obviously, risks possible. It's not in your wallet. It's not your crypto. It's not in your bank account. It is connected to smart contracts. It is connected to a bot. It is connected to the greater market and other things there. But I have talked to Shan, other things, all the rest of that. I think I just got stopped out of my trade. Looks like I did. Yeah, stopped out. All right, so let's see. There is the re-entry. I was only stopped out for $3, okay? So that's why you run it that way. It was either going to go or not. So we're now coming back down. I do believe that was a tap of that. So I'm going to give it another whirl. Okay. Let's see. Let it go. Let it have its time. See what happens. But I think I might give it another go and cap it here in just a minute and let everybody go to Alex O. He's going to be going live here in 10 minutes. So let's see. Here's our block that we were looking for. That's the golden pocket of this move here, to see if it's just going to come right back through. That wasn't what I wanted to do. All right. All right, we're in again. Set the stop below this at 61. No, not 31. So if we hit it, we'll only lose $2. So our goal here is to go all the way back up here, right? That's our goal. 61,700. Let's go ahead and put our take profit on 61,700. That'd be a 40% move. That's $14 profit for this $36 margin on 40x leverage. Be nice if that just pushed, but I don't know. That's not. This is definitely going this direction. This is down. So we could see that's two. Could see 3 and then go. We'll see what happens. All right, I got about 6 minutes. 6 minutes. Are we gonna go, or just was that it? Come on. Oh, that's why. I need to go back to this. There we go. Let's go. Let's go. Give me something today. Another day, another dollar. Another dollar for somebody else. Maybe we can grab a couple of dollars out of the market. I've already given them a couple dollars back. But at the same time, I own some of the liquidity, so am I really giving it all back? I'm taking some of it as well. I guess that's kind of the positive, the way that I see this, that we're kind of working both sides. So, and then all of the tokens that I own as well, when I open the position, we get paid there as well. So, you know, that's the way I look at it. I get paid in every aspect, no matter if I use it, if I don't use it, if I win, if I lose. I'm still making something, and everything there. Trying to get out there, show everybody what's possible, how to work on it, how to use it, and other things there, and possibly how to show you how to lose money. You know, maybe don't listen to me. I'm just a guy out here clicking buttons, like Alex O says. Just a normal guy clicking buttons and talking shit. So maybe the bottom here. So we're not all the way down here. I think we're at the bottom. Is that what we have it set at? Yeah, we have it set at the bottom. So we're not going to lose any more than that. It's only like $3, I think is what they said. Here's what it showed. So this was a good chance here to go through. We didn't go through. Let's see, chart prime showing here. We rolled over a little bit. This was the move here, right here, because that gave you something to run up on the oh, let's go on the 3 minute. Gave you something to run up on the 3 minute. You got 4 red candles. This was buyers here for sure when it went in here. We haven't got out of the buyers yet, but there is this order block that's right here. It's right below our entry technically, but I don't think that was our entry. Our entry was, I think, here. It may have been up here. So yeah, that's only 0.2. We're really zoomed in here. So I needed to get a little bit higher before I stop into profit because if I go like this, it'll be too close to just take it just in the movement of the candle. 4 minutes until Alex goes live, so I won't keep anybody that is still watching once Alex goes live. I got to go to work anyway. I do have it set. That is the way that you need to do it. Set your stop losses. Don't use your entire account. Separate your trading account from your account that you're in long term and other things that your investments accounts. You know, make sure you have your money working for you though. Don't keep cash in the bank. The only one thing that we do know is that our government in America knows how to spend money that they don't have. So that's why we're all here, to find our way out of that environment to where we can have financial freedom, and that means whatever that means to you, honestly, and everything there. So man, if we would have just waited for that 618 tap there, we wouldn't have lost that $2-something before. And if it does go, then, you know, that's why you set your stop losses, tight stop losses, and be okay with losing, and understand that you lose a little bit and win a lot. And that was a hard concept for me to understand. And you need to set your stop losses, you need to manage your risk, and then when you do win, take your damn profits. Don't get greedy. Don't think you're going to get 150% when you're at 90%. Take the damn 90% and run. Take your money and run, like Alexo says. You know, I have to say that you know, he's definitely somebody that has given me a lot of finishing points of what I've gained over the last many years that I've been in crypto. I've been in since 2021, so you know, there's that. I do appreciate it. Shit, I do pay him, so it is definitely a premium Discord for a reason. You do want to get in there and everything. So he's going to be going live in just a second, guys. So I'm going to get out of here. I have it set. We'll see what happens. It'll take profit when it gets up here if that's where it goes. We'll lose it here for a couple of dollars if it goes down. You have this order block that is down here that it could come down to. But honestly, if we come down any further, you're looking at breaking the uptrending momentum. And if you break this, then we're going down. So if it comes down here and comes down like this, then we're coming down here. That last one doesn't either. So then we would be looking for a short here, depending on what it does in this action here, to come down here. There's an order block down here. There's more. There's fucking zero. You know, make money either way, kind of deal. So you know, that's kind of what I'm looking at here. I haven't watched and seen what Alex put out, but get on over there and watch him trade, okay, guys? So we'll lead you out with a commercial from my company, Cellular. If you're in America and you are looking for a way out of your cell phone service that tracks everything that you do, tracks everything you do on your phone and all the rest of that, you can get over to my website, acellular.com or .io, and go and get onto the World Mobile plan. So here's a little bit about it.
Are you still stuck with your big wireless? Overpaying? Are you locked in a contract? Were you buried in that fine print? Yeah, I thought so. Ditch your carrier. Switch to World Mobile today. We have no contracts, no early termination fees. We play no games. We have plans that start at just $15 a month. Bring your crew and you get a discount on top of that. Up to 4 lines or more, and you're saving 30% each line. Are you paying full price? I sure am not. I got my built-in VPN, my encrypted connectivity, my identity protection. Your old carrier, they give you excuses. We give you control. Stop funding the outdated networks. Own your own connection. World Mobile. Switch to the smarter network.